I've got a whole stack of decks that I want to be summer loving this coming season. Do you want to keep me company while I go through them? Then let's get into it. Hello, welcome to the space. My name is Angel if we haven't met before, and if we have met before, then it's lovely to see you here again. I've tried to film this intro several times and I haven't been very successful. I've got a stack of decks, summer decks, I want to get out on my desk. And I was looking through the decks thinking, I'm never going to get to all these decks because some of these decks speak to me of my fantasy self. So let me back up, rewind, and let me tell you that this video was inspired by Mand at Mystic Mand. I've seen their recent videos, their tarot and oracle videos, with their summer deck recommendations, going through the decks they'd like to get out on the desk this season. I also had a lovely subscriber that commented in one of my videos they would love to see a video of the decks I'm planning to use the coming summer season. Now that was a great compliment because I'm complimented that they think that I have my ducks in a row, that I have these things planned, because I totally don't. I just fly by the seat of my pants. So yeah, both of those things were a factor in this video. When I sat down and started to look through the decks, I was thinking, but this is fantasy me versus the real me. So that's what this video is going to be about. This is about the decks I would love to see on my desk for summer, but it's possibly the decks that fantasy me would like to see on my desk for summer. So we're looking at fantasy me decks for summer and the decks that are probably going to end up on my desk for summer. Does that make sense? It's going to make so much more sense when I start showing you the decks. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. Grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, something stronger. You might need it, and I might need it as well. Let's get into the decks. So the decks I'm going to be showing in this video are genuinely, honestly, the decks that I would love to get out on my desk this summer. So we're starting with the Ripple Heart Tarot, mass market, and the Earth Blessings Oracle cards, also mass market. Great decks, love these, love the backs, and I've actually edged mine in rainbow colours, which is absolutely fabulous if you ask me, humble old me. These have got all different backs for different seasons, and I haven't edged them as yet, but there is still time. So I love the aesthetics of these two decks. We've got the image on both cards, and then we've got the title and the keywords at the bottom. I think it's clean. It works really nicely, and I have previously used this combination of decks when I moved into my new apartment that I'm in now, and I did some really great readings excuse me, with these two decks together. Now, strange but true, this deck is very, very grounded, and I think that it feels very grounded because I say that and now we've got a lion with a crown on the head, but generally the figures, although they have got animal heads, are doing very mundane things in these cards, which I think is what makes it feel very down to earth and grounded. Excuse me. So I would love to get these two out because they spoke so nicely together and the messages were just so good. So we've got Eight of Swords with Radiant, may you shine brightly. I really love this photo. It's not collage, but this photographic deck, I want to call it. I've got Ten of Swords and Dream. May your imagination run free. Ten of Wands with Comfort. May nature be the balm. I mean, you've got this character here, in like a caravan park. I mean, it's like, it just feels just so down to earth to me, she says, as they've got, these animal strange and a disco ball head. It honestly, it does. It's very, very grounded. So we've got Two of Pentacles and Flourish. May you thrive and blossom. We're going to take two more. Six of Cups with Wonder. May you see the whole picture. And the last one, Ace of Pentacles and Shadow. May what is hidden come to light. Oh, I love that. Under the ground, ready to break out and start to grow. Oh, I like it. You're not buried. You're planted. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So these are the decks I would love to get out. I would love to get these decks out for summer. Is this fantasy me? very possibly. Fancy me would love to get these out for summertime with all the beautiful colours and, you know, the lovely pictures. Yeah, I would love to. However, the other me is possibly going to be having these decks out during the summer on their desk. Let's get to them. Now, who am I kidding? I totally want to get these three out to be working with this summer. Are they summer decks? Not really, but you know, give me the darker decks. Give me all the dark decks. So we have, we've got the Murder of Crows Tarot. We've got the Poesis French version of Oracle, which was mass market on the French Amazon website. And we've got the Wanderer's Tarot. Oh, I stumbled upon these three, this pairing, this combination of beauties by accident. And now, this summer, I want to explore it more. I want to get into it. I want to learn all its secrets. Now, I recently added colour to this deck, which you might have seen if you've been following me for a little while. And I'm in love with it. I blooming love it. So, is it a summer deck? Is there lots of colour? Not really, but there's a bit of a pop, isn't there? There's a bit of a pop of colour, which, you know, I'll take any colour that I can get. But I'm just so enjoying the dark decks, and I do feel like I feel this real pull, this draw to the darker decks. Like they've really got something to tell me. So yeah, I mean, I don't speak French, but I read this deck very intuitively, and obviously, you know, Google Translate. This is the one I've used a wee little bit. As mentioned, playing in combination with this, with these decks. I also paired it with another deck, which I can't think offhand what that was at the moment. And I haven't been going to the guidebook for this one, which is also very interesting. And this one was my most used deck, I think, last year, 2024. And this year, it's like, hasn't got any time on my desk at all. Love this, love. So yeah. Oh, I'm intrigued. I want to know more. I want it to tell me all its secrets. So yeah, are these three going to be showing up on my desk? You better believe it. You better believe it. Am I going to be summer loving them? You better believe it. Let's move on to the next selection of decks. So the next pairing out, which I would love to get out on my desk, we have the Marble Moon Tarot. This is an indie deck, and this is the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle deck, mass market. These are the bags. This is the indie version of the Rainbow Moon Tarot, which I adore in the mass market version. The mass market version lives right beside my bed, which I take out during the, you know, just before I go to bed, when I need to like put some things to sleep, you know, that have happened throughout the day. I kind of need to land and let some things go. This is the deck that I pull forward for that. And I found this one on eBay, secondhand, and I just, you know, at a really great price, purchased it, hasn't had the chance to shine. So I think this might be the perfect opportunity during the summertime to get it out of my desk and to give it, you know, a bit of an airing. So we've got the Five of Crystals, and not all who wander are lost, but yes, I am. So I would love to see these ones coming out. I just really like this deck, and I would be very interested to know if this reads the same as the mass market or if it's got like a different vibe. So you've got the Eight of Wands, and you'll never get there and you never stay there. Ooh, you never get there and you never stay there. Interesting with the Eight of Wands, with this motion. Ooh, you never get there. You're always in motion. Interesting, and you never stay there. Oh, I like this. Ooh, now I'm just going to say I haven't tested these together, so they, you know, all these pairings could totally bomb. I've just kind of got this, you know, thought of like, oh, I want to try that and that and that and that, and I'd love to get this out, and I'd love to see these on my desk. So we've got the Two of Crystals, and being out of ideas is just another idea. Ooh. Okay, we're taking a couple more, obviously. We've got Rooted, which is the Hierophant, and Would You Be Nervous Performing for a Galaxy You'd Never See Again? I love that. I'm going to say there is a guidebook that goes with this. I never pull out the guidebook. I always just use it. You know, this is enough. This is such a fantastic jumping off point. So we've got Judgment and Let Every Cat Out of Every Bag. I've never seen this card before. I've never come across that card before. Love it. We're going to take two more. The Tower card. I love the Tower. I used to live in Fear, so I know the area well. Yep, hasn't changed much. Oh, like that too. Okay, last one, last one. I would really like to get these ones out for summer. The Lovers with It'll Never Be Perfect, so I'll leave it blank and let the earth slowly consume me. Ooh, I love this snake around the arm. Oh, I would love to see these out on my desk during the summer period. I would love to see them. This is possibly fancy me as much as I'm sitting here now thinking I would love to get these out. The decks that are more likely to show up on my desk this summer are... Now, have I totally fallen down a Thoth rabbit hole recently? Yes, I totally have. Will I be bringing out my Thoth-inspired decks for the summer season? You had better believe it. This is the Outgrow Yourself Tarot / Oracle. We've got the Wayward Dark Tarot. And I know, strange but true, Tarot Vampires, I'm just feeling I really need to get it out. I mentioned that I've been having a love affair recently with the Strength card, I think. The Lust card from the Thoth Tarot. Oh my goodness me. And Lions and Roses have been a real synchronicity, and I just felt really drawn to bring this one out as well. So that's the reason that this book is out as well. So this is to kind of represent the Thoth-inspired decks that I want to be bringing out this season. Are they summer decks? Not really. Do they have a bit of a more of a spooky vibe? Very possibly. Is that going to stop me? Most definitely not. So we've got the Three of Sceptres, which is the Three of Wands. I love this. Oh, yummy scrummy. Prudence and the Lovers. How far would you go for love? Oh, I'm loving red, black and white at the moment. Mostly red and black. Oh, it's just, you know, don't get me wrong. I love the rainbows. I love the rainbow colours. But this is just, I mentioned about the colour, or, the colour generally fills my cup. It feeds my soul. But this, it's yummy. So we've got the Nine of Skulls, the Priestess, and what do you secretly wish for? I love that with the Priestess. What are you not saying? What are you secretly thinking, wanting, wishing? Oh, and the Nine of Skulls. Oh, with the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. Ooh. Sorry, can I just talk about the backs? What's very interesting about this deck is that I use this for Kelly Bear's Tarot Advent project, which I actually did in December with the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, and I did it again in January with this deck. So this deck has already been used this year, and I've had it for the longest time and never used it, and then suddenly I'm possibly using it twice in 1 year for a bit of a deep dive, which I find very, very interesting. So we've got the Seven of Skulls, which is the Pentacle, so happiness, and the Tower, pain is growing. This looks a bit like a bit of a gripping onto some kind of structure that's collapsing there as well. That's interesting. Ooh, so intrigued. I'm going to take two more, I think. Yes, I was talking about Kelly Bear's practice, and I had an amazing experience with this deck then. I made a proper journal for it, and I pulled 3 cards daily and created some stories around it, and created some spreads and some poetry, and I even created a Spotify list around it. It was amazing. It was really fantastic. Okay, we're going to take the last cards, and then we're going to move along to the next decks, because time is flittering on by, and I know you have got other things to do as well as if I've got anything else to do. Not really. I could play with pairs all day on my desk, if I'm going to be honest. We've got the Three of Grails, which are the cups. So I don't know how to say this word. I'm sorry. And what will stay focused on? What you stay focused on will grow. With the Three of Cups. Interesting. I'm gonna look this word up, and you probably know what this means. I unfortunately don't. I'm gonna pop it on the screen just in case, for my benefit, not for yours. I'm so these are just delicious. They give me all the vibes. They give me all the vibes. They're not giving me summer vibes, but they're giving me the vibes, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to the next selection of decks. Now, Fantasy Me would absolutely love to get these two out on my desk. This is the Craft Felt Tarot. This is a Kickstarter I backed, and this is the indie Prairie Majesty Oracle deck. Now, I pulled 2 cards to find out if this deck wanted to work with this one and if this one wanted to work with this one. And the synchronicity here, I mean, it says to me that this wants to get on sometime on my desk and work together. So we've got Death, and we've got What Am I Opening Into? Emerge. Now, if you've been watching my recent videos, you know that I'm working with butterfly soup this past month and this month as well. So this is very intriguing, you know, this transitional phase that I'm in. Oh, I love it. I mean, this just, doesn't it just say, you know, yes, work with us. Let's take a couple more. Now, I haven't used this one at all. I got it, I want to say, can it be 2 years ago? Can it be 2 years ago? I don't know. It could be. What, you know, time flies when you're having fun. It really does, and it flies exceptionally fast within my own practice. I've got to say, when I think back to when and where I've used decks within my practice, so it could well be. And I've just felt it was time to get it out and use it. Now, again, I haven't tried these two together. They could bomb, but that initial pull, if they would like to be working together in those 2 butterfly cards, and the butterfly soup synchronicity at the moment was like, oh, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. So we've got the Queen of Cups. What is ready for action? Dive. Oh, I like that too. Ooh. Okay. We've got the World, and where am I ready to leap forward? Jump. Oh, I like that too. You know, this completion of something and this new start of something else. This new cycle, this new phase. Oh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups. Oh no, we're not going to. What's that one? What's that all about? I don't know. I haven't used this deck, so I can't tell you. We've got the Page of Cups, and we've got How Can I Be of Service with Shelter. Ooh, okay. We're going to take 2 more, and then we're going to take a quick look at the guidebook, if I should be so bold. And we've got the Page of Swords. All the pages coming out. Interesting. What riches do I carry within and hold? I love this. Oh, okay. Last one. Oh, and the Bison. Oh, yeah, we're going to stop at this one. We've got the Hierophant. How can I know myself as absolute? Be. Oh, love me some Bison energy. Okay, we're going to look at the guidebook of the Prairie Majesty, because it was such a long time ago that I purchased this one that I just don't remember what it was like. So we're going to just open a page randomly. Oh, no, we should go to Bison, actually, shouldn't we? Okay, there it was. I just went past it. So we've got a little thumbnail. Black and white. We've got the name of the title of the card, and then we've got some. We've got the message. And what's this in darker print? Let me read this. The more each of us takes time to connect from within and act from an awareness of our sovereign nature, that we are always loved, always powerful, and always enough, the more we create an environment that supports everyone. Okay. Okay. Oh, what's all this about? What's this about? Oh, there must be different suits. Is that what this is about? I don't know. I can't tell you. If you've got this deck, let me know in the comment section. I'm intrigued. And this one, the haiku, book of haiku, to go with this deck. I just think this is like, it's like short, sharp, not sharp, but yeah, short and sweet messages. Let me read you the Hierophant, which I'm totally very badly trying to find in the book. So I'm speaking and trying to flick at the same time, and I don't do multitasking. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant. Follow procedure. Intentional structure is key to expansion. Follow procedure. Intentional structure is key to expansion. With how can I know myself as absolute? Be. Oh, I'm very intrigued. So Fantasy Me, I'm hoping this isn't Fantasy Me, but I do feel this is a bit fantasy-like, because these are the decks I would love to get on my desk. But the decks I'm actually going to be probably seeing on my desk are these ones. So trigger warning here for some of the imagery. There is some nakedness going on in this deck as well. A Gothic Witch's Oracle. This is mass market. Haven't had so much of a chance to work this one. Is it going to be coming out in the summer? Do I want it on my desk? Do I want to be summer loving this deck? You better believe it. I most certainly do. And what is even stranger is that I really fancy pairing it with the Deviant Moon. These are the backs. I've edged mine in black because I do love me some black edging. And I'm just really intrigued. I'm wondering if these two might really go nicely together. I haven't tried them, but you know, we're doing it now. We're living the dream. So we've got Learning from Sorrow with the Ace of Swords. Now the Deviant Moon Tarot is, I find it quite a salty deck, if I'm honest. So far it's been quite salty with me, or like quite not salty, but a bit nonchalant. Like it doesn't really have time for me and my, you know, my thoughts and my questions. We've got Rejecting Social Conditioning and the King of Cups. Now, either way, even if these two don't pair nicely together, I still want to explore this deck, and I still want to really explore this one too. Crafting a Shadow Spell. I love this, and I love the roses. Oh, and this buried deep under the ground with the Four of Swords, and this resting, this, you know, this all moving away from maybe things that have been zapping your energy, or I like this. I like this a lot. Ooh, yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, we've got the Six of Swords and Balancing the Natural and the Urban. I literally just, I had already pulled this deck out on my desk, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I really want to be using this one this summer, and I just spotted this out the corner of my eye, and I was like, Deviant Moon. I think that's going to be, you know, it's got some messages to tell me, and especially working together. So it's really interesting, I think, when we go through that's the way I experience it in any case, that when I go through my tarot shelves, I get that like, wait, stop, this deck. It's almost like a jolt, you know, like this one. Oh, I love that. I love that that intuitive, you know, full body shove. Love it. Working with Nocturnal Energies. And the Eight of Cups. Oh, it's just, isn't it though? Oh, I can feel my batteries recharging. I know that sounds very bizarre for anybody watching that doesn't like the dark decks. Oh, I understand that sounds quite bizarre, but this, I can feel I can just feel the batteries recharging. Oh, and we're gonna take one last one, which is obviously the Tower card. We're stopping on the Tower. The Tower with Studying Global Spirituality. Let's move on to the next selection of decks, and let me just say these are definitely going to be turning up this summer. So I would love to see these three decks on my desk during this coming summer season. These are decks I want to be summer loving. I so want to be summer loving them. We've got the Flower Child Tarot, the Sacred Creators Oracle, and we've got the Sweet Foragers Tarot too. All mass market decks. This is a new one in my collection. Tried and tested, loved. That being said, let's get into some of the cards. I'm going to just say this is beautiful production quality on this deck, I've got to say. It's like mass market. It was a great price. It wasn't expensive, but it's just lovely. And the cardstock I've mentioned recently is like butter. Oh, it's lovely. It's lush. Now, I love the colours in this deck. It's just so, yeah, so fun. It lights my torch, and fills my cup and feeds my soul. And I edge mine in rainbow colours because, as you might have guessed from the cloth, I do love me some colour. Now, I haven't edged these ones, and I don't think I will. These are the backs, which you might have already seen previously. And this one, these are the backs, which I think are really cute. And they came out of the box, the box edged in lime green. So let's flip a few cards. Let's get into it. So we've got the Eight of Wands, Cut the Cords of Doubt with the Fool. Now, I think these two are going to be, you'll see in a minute, that these two are a bit whimsical. It's like in this, not fairy glade exactly, but like, I feel that Sam Rook's decks are quite, they've got a little bit of a cosmic, fae, otherworldly vibe going on, fantasy vibe. I really like it. We've got the Five of Cups, lead your metamorphosis. Oh, I like this again with the butterfly. Oh, and the Four of Crystals. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm thinking that these two are gonna go really nicely together, because you'll see like here you saw this like sorry, just bringing this card back into view again, you'll see that it's got this kind of like a bit of a fairy kind of vibe. So I feel like I'm, I'm skipping off into a fairy glade to meet these characters in these cards. Let's move that out of the way. We've got Three of Pentacles, the Spark of Hustle. Oh, I like that. And the King of Wands. The Spark of Hustle with the King. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, now again, I didn't test these previously. I just kind of like, flew by the seat of my pants like I usually do. And I just cross my fingers and my toes and my legs and my arms and hope things work out. We've got the Ace of Wands. What's your honest truth with the Nine of Cups? The Ace of Wands with the Nine of Cups. What's your honest truth? Okay. Now, I really like this deck. I love all of Samrook's decks. I've got all of their decks. I think I've got all of their decks. And even, as mentioned, I've even got the Marble Moon and the Rainbow Moon Tarot, which is the same, just mass market and indie. So that's the only deck that I've got like 2 copies of, because it's like, I just really love that deck. We've got the Seven of Swords. Overrate your intuition with the Knight of Daggers. Ooh. And this little frog turns up in a couple of these cards. It's so cute, so cute. And I love the guidebook of this one. I don't tend to like story guidebooks, where it like leads you through a story. But it just works. For this deck, it just works. And I think it might be because I just really love Samrook's work. I'm not really sure, but it totally works for me. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. With what do you really want with the Queen of Cups? Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. What do you really want? Ooh. So like in the guidebook here, you're kind of meeting these characters and they kind of give you the message in the guidebook. I just really like it. Love it. We're going to take a couple more. We've got the Three of Cups with Inflow with Money and the Two of Cups. I just think this is so cute. It gives me a bit of a 70s vibe, and it gives me a bit of a... Is that deck called Moon Baby? The Moon Baby Tarot. It's an indie deck. It kind of gives me that vibe, which I think is the colours more than the artwork. Five of Wands, Stop, Drop, and Ground. I like that with the Three of Crystals. This combination makes me excited. I would really love to get this one out, and I really want to revisit this one because this was so much fun, and this is definitely tried and tested. So fantasy me this summer wants to be skipping out into the glade through the meadow with my butterfly net in hand, chasing butterflies. I mean, I wouldn't really be chasing butterflies with a net, but I'd be, skipping and watching the butterflies flittering around me and having an amazing time in the sunshine, in the long grass. That's fantasy me. I want this to be, I want these to come out this summer, but there is a possibility that this is fantasy me, and what's really going to be appearing on my desk is, you and I both knew that this deck was going to show up in this video. Keibol Oracle. Oh, this is still my favourite deck in my collection. It is the most powerful, potent tool that I have in my arsenal. It really, really is. I can't sing the praises enough of this deck. I love it. I bought it with my own money. I'm not sponsored. I just adore it. I've done such... I've just had such a journey with this deck, honestly. Now, you've seen it previously, and I appreciate this, not everyone's cup of tea, but this deck is definitely going to be coming out onto my desk this summer. These cards I'm showing you now, from the first one to this one, all of these cards are somewhere on my altar. I'm still currently working with all of them, because although initially I started with this one, back when I first got the deck in January, February, something like that, I've left it out, and each time I revisit the card, I get like there is another like point on the map that's planted for me to move to the next step almost on the journey. Does that make sense? So initially when I looked at this, I was thinking of like the womb healing and the womb that I'm in, and now it's also taken me on to past lives and this what am I tethered to, and honestly, it's just been a whole journey, just this one card. And then this brew card came into it as well, with the cauldron and what I'm, what needs to be released from the cauldron, or the vessel, which spoke to me of my womb. And honestly, so every time I revisit the card, which I get that again, that intuitive nudge or prod, or little jolt, it's given me something else to work with. It's sublime, this deck. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I saw it. I don't know where I initially saw it, but I'm so glad I saw it. I'm so glad I followed the intuition and that intuitive pull to purchase it. I love it, but I do appreciate that it's not everyone's cup of tea. I really do appreciate that. But for me, this is my most powerful tool, I think. Wait, I'm going to say one of my most powerful tools because, there are a couple of others that I do have as well. But yeah, this is definitely going to be shown up on my desk. Either way, it's going to be making an appearance this summer. This is definitely a deck I'm going to be summer loving. Now, the last set of decks out, which I would love to see on my desk. I want to be summer loving these decks so hard. This is basically, it's Magic Tarot. This is a German deck. And again, we've got the Sacred Creators, which I really want to see come out for the summer season. This is such a versatile deck in my collection. I really love it. Now we've got the Nine of Cups. I love this artwork, with magic happens when you most expect it. That's beautiful. Oh, now I have shown this pairing in what's it called, the video that I did, the Tarot to be read list, that decks I want to use before I turn 46, before the end of the year. And I did show these two decks together, so you have seen them previously. So I would love to get these out as well, for that reason, that they are on my list of decks to be used for 2025. So we've got the Two of Swords, and what does your soul say? I love that. I love that. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than that. What does your soul say? Oh, go with it. Go with that. Don't think. Don't overanalyze. Just go with what your soul says. We've got strength, obviously, and you are magic. I'm having a love affair with the strength card right at the minute. Oh, I'm having such a journey with that card. We've got the Four of Wands and light in the unexpected. Four of Wands with light in the unexpected. We're taking a couple more. We've got the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. Loved it. Oh, look. Oh, what's going on here? That's lovely. One step ahead is all you need. I really love this art style. I think it's gorgeous. I stumbled upon this deck I stumbled upon it on a pre-order on Amazon, and there weren't any pictures of any of the cards. So I went onto Instagram and found the artist, and I'll link their Instagram page in the description box. And I saw their cards on their Insta page, and I was like, oh, I really want that deck. So obviously I pre-ordered it, and when I got it through, I was just so happy, so happy with it. So we've got the Two of Wands. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. That's beautiful. Now this is very Rider-Waite Smith. I don't speak German. I'm sure this is a German deck. I don't speak German, but there's no problem, reading the cards. And I don't think I showed you. I'll just show this last card. This is the World and Gratitude again. This is lovely. Oh, I love that. I don't know if I did show the backs of these ones earlier, but I'll show you this one as well. These are gorgeous. And recently, oopsie, dropping the cards. Oh, look, the Tower card. Love, 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 love. Recently, I've edged them in all different rainbow colours, so you can see a bit of a theme going on here. This is totally me. And although I'm speaking about it being my fantasy self, it is this is the other end of my personality or my aesthetics. It's another facet of myself, and I do love this colour. It's like colour me happy. I can feel it recharging my battery. I can feel it filling my cup. It's nourishing my soul. It's delicious. It's gorgeous. Let's just do that with the Tower card and the Now. Yeah, this gives me a bit of a sign that this could be fantasy me for the summer. Let's talk about the decks that are probably going to be appearing on my desk instead of these beauties. And we've finally got the last array of scrumptious decks. decks. Now, I'm not looking to pair these together, but I've just got so many decks that I just was kind of running out of, you know, of time to show you. So I thought I'm just going to throw as many in as I can on the desk for this last batch of decks I want to be working with this summer. So we've got the Ritual Tarot, we've got the Wild Unknown Tarot, we've got the Tantric Keibol Oracle. These two have been paired together previously, and we've also got Tarot Z, Indie, Mass Market. Let me show you the bags quickly, which I'm sure you've seen, but I'm going to show you anyway because I'm a rebel like that. Yeah, now this is a new deck that came into my collection. Ooh, was it in April? I can't remember. I've got no concept of time within my practice, unfortunately. Love this, absolutely adore this. Oh, yes. Yes. That holds a special meaning for me, that card. As does this one recently, with this whole deep diving and falling down the rabbit hole with the Thoth Tarot and the Lust card. Scrumptious, truly scrumptious. So although I'm not pairing them together, I do want to be seeing them. I want to be summer loving these decks. Oh, in the coming months. Yummy, scrummy. Oh, love me some tower cards. There's been quite a few tower cards come up in this in this batch of decks, has it not? But you know, it's all good. It's all good. The tower card is my favourite card, so you know. Whatever, Trevor. So yeah, so that's it. Those are the decks that I'm looking to bring out onto my desk this summer. What do we think? What do we say? I love this. Looking so forward to deep diving into the Ritual Tarot. I've mentioned recently that there is something brewing on the horizon, which I feel is going to be incorporating a couple of the decks, of the newer decks that come into my collection. Oh, I'm so excited, so excited. So you know, yeah, that's what I think. That's where we're going to stop with this selection of decks. So yeah, it was a bit of a strange video, is it not? So you know, I did give you some recommendations for summer, some decks that I want to be summer loving, that possibly my fantasy self wants to get out. These are decks I feel are going to be coming out and being seen on my desk this summer. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, you know, there's probably going to be a happy medium, a compromise. You know, the world is my lobster where decks are concerned. And, you know, it's only me that sets these limitations on myself as to whether I can bring out rainbow decks or the darker decks. So, you know, it's all, you know, it's all good, and whatever appears on my desk, and I will go with where my intuition leads me. Let me know what decks are going to be appearing in your reading space for the summer season. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know your most anticipated summer tarot deck and your most anticipated oracle deck that you really want to get out to be using for the season. I'd love to know. Yes, so with that, I'm going to have the last laugh, ha ha ha, and I'm going to thank you so much for coming along on this sometimes bumpy ride, but we get there in the end, don't we? We get there together, we do. Yes, thank you for spending some time with me. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Take care, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Toodaloo.